Feels like love, Cupid made a shot.
Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe. So today I'm going to try these infamous, I can't speak, aquarium nails. Now my beef with them has always been that they look so thick. I've never seen anybody get them looking like a regular nail. They always look pretty thickums in my opinion. So I just never really been into it. I get it, I should do all the trends because I'm a content creator, that's what I should do. But to be honest, there's a lot of things we all should do. It's hard to do them all. But I've been asked a lot of time or a lot to try this one, so I'm going to try this one. So let's go ahead and try the aquarium vibes. Now, I did go ahead and practice one, so I got one out of my way just to kind of see how I could do it. And I also purchased these a while ago. It's kind of funny. I purchased these before it was like even like a thing, right? And that's basically what these are. You can fill them up, but they're so small. But it came with this little syringe. I can't speak. I think it's my S's. It came with a needle. Just use a different word, right? Same meaning. Um, with it. So I'm going to use that, but I'm not going to use the tips. So I've tried this one. It looks like, to be honest, some oil has like come out of it, or I just didn't put, I know I didn't put enough oil in it, but I can tell by the last couple of days, oil's come out of this. So that means I haven't sealed it enough somewhere, I'm feeling, right? But anyways, I'm going to redo a whole set. I just wanted to show this one to you guys. But do you see how it's not thick? Like I got it so it actually wasn't thick. Now, it's been 2 days I've had this on my hand. I'm not gonna lie, because I took off my other hand, my other nails and stuff, and I just didn't get to it yesterday. Today's Tuesday, so it's been a few days. So I can tell oils definitely came out, but I know that I didn't put enough oil in it, and I don't feel anything, right? So it's not a crazy leak, but it's still something somewhere, which isn't good. But how I've created this is almost like a tip, a pre-designed tip. So I actually pre-designed this part of it, the nail, and then I attached it with some polygel, and I'm going to use the same polygel vibe, and this is a Temu polygel that I got, and we're going to use some tips. So how I started or how I tried it, I'm just going to go about the same way I did it, guys. Like I said, this is like my first time really doing it, other than like practice, just to see, right? So a few hiccups I know I don't want to do, a few things I know I don't want to do. But then it looks like there's still a few more things I might got to take into consideration. Oh, quickly before we start, I wanted just to share with you, and this is for just all my nail girlies at home because you know we do things like this. This little thing I got at Dollar Tree, or sorry, Dollarama. I apologize, Canadian. This is what it's called. Let me put it upside right. It's like a little tray, a serving board. That's what it's called. And it's like a little, it's not high up at all. It's just like a little inch. But what I found is, let me take this off to show you. Okay, so I don't really like that. It's going to be too glossy, right? But I do like this. I put one paper towel each side, hold my paper towel, and then my working surface is elevated a little bit, so I feel like I could film and keep myself in here and then be in frame. Now, when I'm editing, obviously I can try to take out these parts so you guys don't see them. Um, but this is just a little thing I want to show for my girly. So this actually might be a cool little thing just to be elevated up, and it's nice that my wrist is up a little too, actually. So I'm kind of liking the little tray vibe. I don't know, I seen it and I thought it could work, and it's working great for this. Like I said, it's a pretty decent little size. It's not big. It's a serving tray, so it's a few inches by a few inches, whatever the dimensions were there. Now it's upside down cakes. But it works really well, and it's just like a hard plastic, right? So, but I like that you can put a little paper towel, and it kind of separates everything else, so I can leave this area clean, hopefully, and keep everything else around it, if that makes sense. I know you guys are like, girl, we came to see the water nails. Stop it. Or the aquarium nails, whatever you call them. Liquid in a nail, liquid filled nail tips. That's what I'm really trying to create, a pre-designed liquid filled nail tip. Let's create that, shall we? Okay, so am I gonna redo that thumb? Probably not. I'm just gonna leave my thumb on because honestly, guys, I really don't care. I'm just gonna create 4 new ones. So what I want to do is I want to size my tips out. These are full cover tips. I want to use full cover tips. Okay, so that's a good one. So that's the size of that tip. That will fit us pretty decently. What are we there? That's a 4. Yeah, I'm a 4. I already knew that though. So my 4s always go very fast. And I'm a 4 over here. Yep. So 2 4s. Okay, so that's how we're going to want to fit that one, and then our pinky. Now, perfect. And then we're just going to fit our pinky. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to use our full cover tips as tips, like press-on tips. Or not press-on tips, I apologize. We're going to use our press-on tips as you would build out a nail. That's what I'm trying to say. Now we're going to go ahead and grab regular tips. Okay, so these are just some regular stiletto tips, same way, same vibe. Okay, so now I'm going to want to get a little bit bigger than what we have. Okay, so what I found is working best is size up one. So we have a 6 here, we have a 5. So a 5 tip with a 6, so we have a 4, we should need a 3. And that just means that you want to size up means one bigger. So sizing up is like the number technically is going down. I don't know why they did that with tips, just to confuse us all, right? But hey. Okay, so you see it's bigger. It is a little bigger on both sides. I know it's hard to tell because it's hard to hold it, but basically what we're going to want is this nail to sit on top of that nail is what we're aiming for. And that's how we're going to do our fill. We're going to fill it from the inside. Every time I've seen people do this aquarium, I've only ever seen them fill them. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I've seen every video on the internet either, guys, so please keep this in mind when I'm saying that. I'm just saying what I've seen, which is still quite a bit. This trend has been going on for a while now. So most times what you see is this right here being filled, this little gap, and that's what everybody's doing. They're leaving the end of it to fill. Well, I find that's what makes it look so thick. If our end of our nail looks so thick, then it's just our whole nail is thrown off. You know what I mean? Like that's the base of our nail. That's supposed to be the thinnest part of our nail. That's supposed to be no more than a credit card thickness, right? So anything going thicker than that, it's going to make your nail just look thick, right? I personally don't like that. Now, I won't wear something like that because it's just meh. Now, for me to do this, I wanted to figure out how to do it. So our tip doesn't look as thick, right? So I thought, well, why are we all filling it from the bottom? Oh, so sorry, guys. Why are we all filling it from the bottom? Why don't we flip it and fill it from the top? And then we have our nail, right? And then you put that on your nail. That's already filled and done your business. That's where I'm thinking. Let's reverse it. Let's make a pre-made tip, already pre-filled, pre-designed type of vibe. That's where I'm going. So I want to fill it from the inside. Oh, I need these back again. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. I'm just wondering, let me see something. If I want to size up one more, I feel like I might want to size 2 sizes up to it. It just looks like a little, yeah, I think, guys, honestly, I'm going to size 2 up. So if I just feel like it's very tight and I'm not liking the tightness of it. So what nail is this? So we have a 5 and a 7 for our pinky. And then these were 4s and 3s. I'm going to switch these 3s out for 2s just because I feel like I would rather a little bit more room to make sure I can seal than not have the room to seal. I can file away a nail. I can't add the nail, right? But you can. But for this design, I feel like it's going to work best to oversize our design part because we're going to actually design the tip because that's what's going to be under. So our artwork's going to go on underneath. And then this little guy was, it's the same size, this little tiny one, but I feel like in all truth, that one just works. So make sure you size them, right? It's going to make a difference in the long run. Okay, so now that we have our little nail tips already, what I'm going to do quickly, because we're not going to need these parts of them, so we're just going to chop them off. I want to take off the tip of the nail. And I also want to take off the little edges because we're just not going to need that. So this is what we're end up with, and that's what we're going to use as our canvas. I'm just going to go ahead and prime these nails. And actually what I'm also going to do, I'm going to prime underneath these other nails. And also what I'm going to do, so I don't forget, right now as I'm doing this, because I will forget and I don't want to forget. So I'm going to take my other nails because there's not much that's going to happen to the top nails right now. I actually want to top coat underneath. Now I'm not going to top coat right to the very top because remember this is going to be a tip, so we're going to need a little bit for our nail. But I do want to top coat underneath where we will see. And this is just to hopefully help the oil run around a little nicer.
Now I'm just going to go over all of our bases of our nails. Now remember, these are where all the nail designs are going to go. I'm just going to go down one of them, one coat and then cure with this black jelly. I really like the jelly collection from Vendini. I bought the whole collection and I've used the black and red and I'm really liking them. So now for the base of our nails, I'm just going to use sticker decals. So I'm just going to put some images on all the nails and kind of get them where I like them, maybe add a little bit of blood, you know, that type of vibe, because our main design of our nails is going to be inside of the liquid. So it's going to be on the bottom of these little nails. So this is where I want to kind of put our majority of our design. I will say when doing this, try to keep your design more in the middle. Maybe grab a little pencil or something to mark it down, because you will take off some of the sides of these nails, and when we get to that stage I'll show you what I mean and you'll know about it a little bit more there. But try to keep your design more in the middle, that way you will not lose any of your design. So I'm just going to finish off the bases, adding a couple more sticker decals, as well as I'm going to use the red Vendini jelly just to kind of try to add some little bit of like blood drips on it to try to make it like blood dripping. I seen this really cool same like aquarium vibe with, it looks like blood in it. Oh my god, I gotta watch the video. I just seen the picture or the reel. Oh, it looks so cool. I wish I knew how to do that before I did these videos last week, but it's all good. Really important step, make sure you top coat these nails. Remember guys, they're going to be in between liquid. Okay, another important part, I want to attach our nail to the bottom. So what I do is I put the nail upside down on a stand and I'm just going to set our other nail in there. I'm just going to kind of put my finger on it as you see and then put a little glue. And once you cure that, it'll just hold it for you. It'll just make it really easy.
Now that you took one little piece, that's all we really need for this second, is to attach, make sure we get where we want. Now flip our nail. Now again, when you're creating this, try to keep in mind that majority of your design is going to be in the middle. So like I probably should have been a little bit more careful because I know I'm going to cut a lot of it off, but I'm okay with that. But for you, if you're going to go in doing it something that you really want to make sure you see all of your design, honestly, just mark it out. Kind of keep it where you want to, or put a little pencil marker down the side as a guider. But this is good. I'm fine with that. And if you're not fine where it's centered, it's not glued that much, guys. You can just like pop that off, right? But because I'm fine with it, I'm going to attach my bottom now. I'm still using the Born Pretty rhinestone glue. I like the precision on it. I like, oh, the applicator. So we're just going to go around our edges and seal. And again, a quick little tip or note, just so you know. So you see, remember how we cut off the tip, the bottom tip of it? Do you see how it's not coming down all the way? This is how we're going to make sure that our nail looks thin all the time, because we're not going that way. We don't need to keep that. But with cutting that off, we have to be mindful now that there is a little gap in here. I'm going to show you, like, oh, do you see how that gets in there? Oops. Right, you see how my tweezers are in there. It's kind of hard, the glare, but I'm just trying to show you that we got to make sure we seal that. But I'm going to show you how we can seal that here in a sec. Let's just get the rest of our nail done. There it is. I couldn't find it. I found it. Don't need a lot. That's still probably too much. But we're just going to take a, yeah, it's definitely too much. Take a little. And we're just going to go up in our tip. Cut. Okay. In the light. So we're just going to literally go ahead and do exactly the same thing to all of them. We're just going to set them on top. But because this is like slippery, I just find it easier to flip them upside down, put it right upside down. Again, you're going to kind of be able to see where it's like even. And always remember, sorry guys, I don't even know if I said that. Remember, we want to keep a decent little well. This will be how we're going to attach our nail. So we're going to want to keep a little bit of it completely free with nothing on it. So now that I see that we're kind of pretty lined up, stick my finger on it. Again, I'm not doing nothing crazy at this second. I just want to attach it. Okay, so I can tell right now one thing that I don't like what I did wrong, so I'm going to take it off. I put it too low. And you can just take it off. Okay, so again, because we're trying to avoid having thickums, let's go up a little bit more so our free edge there, or our tip, has more room. And we're going to get more of our design the farther we go up anyways, but remember we still need a good amount for our application, like to attach it to our nail. Again, just apply a little bit there. Just get our little, okay. And by the way, AliExpress, oh my god, I'm loving this one. Because it doesn't have batteries and it just, it's a rechargeable. And it's so powerful, actually. Very powerful compared to my other ones. Okay, that's fine. I got a little glue on the outside. That's good. I can buff that off. Okay, so let's go around and try to seal. Okay, so now we have a few nails. So what we're going to do is flip them. So this is what we're working with, basically. I don't throw the nail at you guys, I apologize. So here, let's just get a glimpse. This is what we're working with. We have a nail underneath. We have our dome for liquid under the nail here. And then we're going to seal. Like, we are sealed, but this is the trick too, I feel, with doing this. We want to really double check after we file to make sure all of our everything is sealed proper, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and give these a file, and then we'll come back and see where we're at, if we do have to seal any or go around it or anything like that.
You should always wear a mask when using your dust collector, guys, when filing anything. Let's protect our lungs.
Okay guys, so I'm just gonna go ahead and again give these a file. Always get your dust collector going. That's what they're there for. Just because you're not removing doesn't mean you should not be taking out that dust. Alright guys, let's get going. So guys, what I'm gonna do quickly, I just want to see if there's any leaks. So I have some alcohol over here. Okay, so I don't feel any liquid coming out. Okay, so you know what? I am like right in here. I just want to give a good go over, but I'm not seeing much anything here, and I'm not seeing anything come out of here. So I'm just going to pour that alcohol back in there. And the reason I use alcohol is because at the end of the day, it'll just dry out very quickly. Everything is sealed in there, so it should have stayed clear. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some reinforcement gel, and I'm just going to actually go right over the nail.
Guys, be sure to base coat your nail first before you put the reinforcement gel over because it will peel. There's nothing for it to stick to, so that was my bad. I do apologize.
And underneath it. So then this one I just used Born Pretty's reinforcement rubber base. A little bit of flexibility in it. Hopefully that'll help or work as my glue. So let me just grab some glitter to try to fill in here. See what our glitter drawer has.
So here guys, I'm just going to take some caviar beads and some glitter that I grabbed, and that's what I'm going to fill my nail with. It's actually somebody in the Facebook group, my Facebook group, Your Nail Talk, suggested caviar beads to help keep the glitter moving. Again guys, I'm new, I've never tried this design before, so I'm trying to figure out how to keep my glitter moving. I feel like it doesn't move very well for me, and I don't know if this helped or not. It did help a little, I assume, because it did move, so that's pretty cool. So I'm just going to fill all the nails with little pieces of glitter, and again some caviar beads, just till I'm desired like. And then I'm just going to grab my oil, and I'm just using the Young Nails oil. It's because it's a clear cuticle oil. I don't know if that's a good one or not for this. I'm not sure if the thinner oil would be better or that. I don't know. I think it worked fine for me. So I'm just going to fill it up, and then I'm going to get Born Pretty's solid nail tip glue, and I'm going to use that as my my little bridge there to fill that gap. I feel like it's a little more flexible for me, and it's not as runny. I feel because I'm doing this from the top side, I don't want my gel just to run down inside of my nails, so that solid nail tip glue actually will help just kind of hold it there, and then I will just go in and cure it, and then that will seal all of the oil in the nail. So what I found with doing this, keeping my nail on the stand like this actually really helps me. It helps keep my oil upright, and not filling it completely full also helps when I put my gel on top of it to fill it. If it was full to the rim, any pressure would put the oil up, and I'd mix it with my gel, which definitely would cause curing issues down the road, and it would probably help leak the gel out. I also, with this, because I do find solid nail tip glue has a rubber consistency to it, I actually will go over this with the Born Pretty rhinestone glue. I feel it just has a harder cure to it.
Here we are, guys. I know, kind of a messy background now, but that's artistry. So there we go. They have water in them. Well, not water, oil. See how they move? So here we are. We have them sealed there. So that's kind of our bulkiness. And then I can't remember the name. I do apologize. With somebody, it was somebody in my Facebook group. I was struggling. So put caviar beads. It'll help the glitter move. It does help it a little bit. I don't know. Again, I use the Young Nails oil, so I don't know if that is just a bit, maybe it's a bit thicker of an oil. Stuck. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're going to attach them to our hand. So I'm just going to actually use Born Pretty solid nail tip glue. You're not going to see that because we're going to build it out in a poly gel that we got from Temu. I'm going to build it out that in an acrogel, they call theirs. So let's just prepare my hand. I think honestly for this set, I'm actually not going to do anything to my hand besides put a peel base on. I'm not going to wear this set long. Here we go. So the peel base I like to use is the IBD peel base. It's my favorite peel base, my go-to. I'm going to a little bit of oil, a couple drops of oil. No, I don't want a lot because I want them to stay a couple days at least. And this gel will make them stay a couple days. I just don't want them on long. I literally just had hellas on, and I call these hellas. They're just long nails, really long nails. I just had some on one set ago, like a week ago, because I just had that little set on for a week. Okay, so I'm just not really in the mood to be honest right now. Just weird, but I just rather like just regular long nails. Set in the lamp, 60 seconds, give it a full cure, and then, ow. We're going to do it twice. We're going to do 2 coats. If you want your nails to come off pretty easy, do 2 coats of your peel base. It's better than a thick one. You don't want too thick. At least me, I want them to last like a day or so. Well, at least a couple days. I won't mind, I think. Okay, so we're just going to use the tip. I'm going to grab a little bit of product.
Okay, so I just grabbed this solution, the slip solution. I just got it off Amazon, guys. But to be honest, it didn't mix well with this polygel. And this is the cutest little cup. I got it at Dollar Tree. I just thought it would be appropriate for Halloween. And it's a good little damping dish for the studio. So I'm just going to get this acrogel, and this I just got off Temu. I really like the color. I think it's so pretty. It's like kind of a good kind of fleshy type of color for me, I guess. It's, you know, pinky paley. It goes well. It kind of just makes it almost look like your natural nail, like that light pinky type of color, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I will just go ahead and blend this out. Guys, I don't use polygel often, but to be honest, lately when I have been using polygel, I feel like I'm missing out. Like, have you guys not been telling me that I need to be more on polygel? Is polygel where it's at? I just find it's very easy to use. It's very easy to use. It's very just moldable and pliable, so you can just kind of put it into anything that you want. And again, for these 2 nails, I'm using the slip solution. I apologize. And it does work well. Now, what I found why it wasn't working well, or what was having like a weird reaction, is it actually made little white spots all over the polygel. See what I mean?
I'm going to point out something quick because that's what I just realized. Do you see like the white spots? These 2, I use gel wipe solution, or sorry, polygel solution. That one, to be specific, from Amazon, with this Temu acrogel, and it leaves like white spots. So it's clearly the solution is not mixing well with that polygel, because this is the one cured and fine with alcohol. So don't judge those 2, guys. That is the solution. Luckily, I'm gonna paint over them. But ew, right? Get off. So the solution did not react well. I hope it won't affect it. Again, I don't think I'll leave these nails on that long, just because I think I was just doing this really for the video purposes. But that's, wow. I wonder if that'll go away once I top coat. That's crazy though, right? All right, back to the nail art.
Go ahead and file these down a little bit. There's not much that needs to be filed, but I do want to just give them a quick little shape. And then I feel, even with this, guys, honestly, like I don't even feel like the white stuff really came off that well. I still seen some white stuff, so I wasn't liking that. So I really wanted to just go in with black, for one, to cover up the white stuff, and I think I wanted black on some of them anyways, just to fade that out. And then the more whatever pinky like ones, I will put blood drops on, so it kind of looks like flesh type of thing with blood dripping down. That's where my vibe was going with the look, but I did have to kind of cover up the ones with the little white stuff on it. So weird, but I like the black ombre, and I also went in underneath the black, or just on the bottom side of it, and did a little bit of red jelly. You don't notice it much, but it does fade into be like a slight bloody blackiness. It's kind of cool. Going to put little drips. This is just how I do it. I think you can do them anyway. Just kind of make it look like it's dripping down the nail. And then you put more little splatters, like more blood drops are dripping. Is that spooky? I was trying to make it sound spooky. I don't think it was very spooky. But yeah, so I'm just going to continue that, guys. And then that's it. We are done with the nails. I hope you guys enjoyed these nails. I thought they were super fun to make. I'm not going to lie, there's definitely still a few things I would try different. I was just actually watching another video, and I've seen so many women do this so many different ways now. I think for me trying to do it, it made me look into other women doing it. I think I could have done way better. I think we should try it again. Hey, maybe we'll do Christmas ones. Maybe Christmas snow globe nails or something, right? There'd be more ways to try it, but it was fun to try actually. So hey, maybe I need to jump on more of the trends, but this trend was definitely fun. I still don't know if I could wear them. I think I could, to be honest. I didn't feel no ways when I had them on. They just felt like regular nails. It was just kind of neat that they moved.
Guys, all said and done, here we are. I think they're so cool. I'm still having little issues getting like the glitter to move. It does, but it's kind of stuck. Caviar beads work a little bit. There we go. Isn't that kind of neat? And they're not thick. If you look, they're not thick underneath my nail. That could have been probably a little cleaner, but they're not thick. You can still see. So just kind of reversed it, filling them from the opposite end, and then your thickness will stay up here rather than at your tip. Again, first time trying a full set, so super cool. Few things I'd want to crisp up, but I like them. I think they're cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you rock something like this, the thinner version, or do you prefer the other version? I don't know. I kind of like the thinner version, I'm not gonna lie. But I might have to try the other version or the other way as well. So, but thank you guys so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and share it with a friend. Happy Halloween, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.